There were two stories in USA Today relating to the military that I want to work into our discussion this morning. This first one, study details U.S. troops' prescription drug abuse. Here's what Greg Zoroya is reporting about a new survey. It's an updated one, of 2008, which reported that about 1 in 4 soldiers admit abusing prescription drugs, most of them pain relievers, in a one-year period, according to a Pentagon health survey released on Wednesday. The study surveyed more than 28,000 U.S. troops last year, showed that about 20% of Marines had also abused prescription drugs, mostly painkillers, in that same period. The findings show the continued toll on the military from fighting wars in both Iraq and Afghanistan since 2003. A couple other stats, and then we'll come to you. The percentage of troops showing signs of post-traumatic stress disorder increased during the war years. In 2005, 7% of the service members described symptoms suggesting PTSD. A new study that has increased to 11%. And then finally this, nearly 60% of Marines who were surveyed admit engaging in binge drinking. The rate of heavy alcohol use, defined as 5 or more drinks per occasion once a week, among all service members remained higher, 18 to 35, remained higher than in the civilian population. What are you hearing there?
Well, you've thrown a lot at the table on the table.
But all of them related to stress, according to this.
And I think it's something that certainly you got stress issues out there. The bill that we passed yesterday actually had $29 billion for medical-related issues to members of the service and their family, brain trauma and psychological issues. That's all funded, and actually that's an increase in recognition of some of these problems that are out there. But I also think that there's a problem kind of like in athletics where you want to keep people off a disabled list, and so sometimes rather than treating an injury, you give a pain pill, and then people can keep on marching or whatever they're doing. And keep in mind, these rucksacks can be 75 pounds, sometimes 90. One of the things we're also studying, by the way, is how to make it lighter for them, and how do we reduce the amount of injuries just from jumping out of a helicopter a distance of 2 feet, but carrying a rucksack, twisting and turning at odd angles, and lifting a rifle. All that is an orthopedist nightmare, if you will. And yet we don't want to cover those things up with pain pills and have an ibuprofen army. I think all of this is something that we are committed on a bipartisan basis to study and try to figure out how do we address it and how can we do it in a better way.